10.52?
Plus meters per second.
I think I heard you over there.
Meters per second.
Yep. That is. Questions here?
Is this the last question or average velocity? Because I'm confused. I'm not seeing it on the board.
What is the average speed?
Is this average speed or average velocity?
The last question is, what is the average speed?
Okay. Is this the last question?
Well, I skipped one, so we're about to jump back to it. I skipped at what time was the displacement negative 20 meters?
Meters per second. Is that speed or velocity?
It's both. I thought it's the same unit for both.
What am I doing?
We just did
Um,
average speed.
Yeah, average
This
speed.
is average speed.
Yeah, we did distance
Okay.
divided by time. Uh, 10.5 meters per second. Roughly how fast is that in miles per hour? About 22 miles an hour or so. You double it and add a little bit. All right, at what time was the displacement negative 20 meters? All right, we don't have to do math for this one at this point. At what time was the displacement negative 20 meters?
Never,
Why? How do you know that?
because it goes,
Because the lowest it was negative 14.
No, that's
Wait.
velocity we're looking for.
negative 16.
16.3 meters.
Yeah, that's the farthest we ever went to the left was 16.3 meters. And I'm asking about negative 20. My intention was, let's see. And that's because I did it in my head. So I'm going to change that from negative 20 meters, since we know that the answer is going to be never to negative 10 meters. I wanted it to actually have an answer. So that's the kind of thing I do on a test where I think, oh, there's going to be an answer here, and then I just throw down a number, and it turns out, oh, nope, didn't work. But it's still a legitimate question. All right, so what time is the displacement negative 10 meters? Let's put up what we know. I, F, A, and T. Initial velocity is still negative 14 meters per second. My acceleration is still 6 meters per second squared. No, something's off. Probably in my head, but. No, it's in my head. All right. So if I'm trying to figure out the displacement of negative 10 meters, what's our third piece of information?
Displacement. The displacement is negative 10 meters, because that's what we're trying to find.
Either my hearing's a little bit worse today than usual, or people are talking very softly.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so I want to find out time. Which equation should I use?
Third one.
All right. So plugging into that third one, so I have displacement is equal to VIT plus 1/2 AT squared. And I end up with negative 10 is equal to negative 14T plus 3T squared. Now what?
Turn it into a quadratic equation, I'm guessing.
Okay, technically it is a quadratic equation, put it in standard form. So I have 0 equals 3t squared minus 14t plus 10. Now what?
You wanna find it at 10?
When the displacement's negative 10 meters.
Negative 10, okay. So then we just put t equal to negative 10, I think.
What?
Wait,
They're
That's a
also
very
correct.
good question.
How do you solve this?
I would do the quadratic equation.
It is a quadratic equation.
Formula, that thing.
Quadratic formula, okay. So t is equal to negative 14 plus or minus the square root of 14, I guess technically negative 14 squared, but plus the minus 4 times 3 times 10 divided by 2 times 3.
14 squared is 196.
Okay, and that'll be 120. You got 3.729,
no, 3.79.
3.79. And
Seconds. Oh, you just said, oh.
there are two answers.
Thank you.
0.88.
Seconds.
Let's go, presumably those are both rounded. Let's take it one more decimal place.
3.786.
And the other one?
0.880.
All right. Which of these is the correct answer?
Well,
Yes. It passes by this spot twice, because I know it's going 16.3 meters to the left. So it's gonna pass it going to the left, and then it's gonna pass it going to the right. If I average these two times, what do you get? The average, as I expected, is the amount of time it takes to stop. There's a symmetry here. It's gonna pass it, going to the left, going to the right, so somewhere around there. And the average of those two times is just gonna be this point right here, 2.3 seconds. 3 repeating. All right, questions? All right, so I'm gonna officially say chapter 2 is done. Today is the 3rd. So we'll say master set for chapter 2 is due a week from, oh wait, what is it? Yeah, a week from today. And the homework quiz on chapter 2 we'll make on Wednesday, or something's off with those. We have lab on Thursdays. Yeah, these numbers in the middle are off by 1. That should be 10, 11, 12. Yesterday was the 2nd, 3rd. We meet Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is that right? Yeah. It's So the 11th is the homework quiz. Now, what the homework quiz is, if you look module 1, chapter 2, there should be textbook homework problems. If you open that up, I have a list of problems. I'm going to take 2 of those problems that are assigned, change the numbers if there are any, present that back to you as the quiz. It'll be taken in class. And so, if you like surprises, you don't need to look at it. If you don't like surprises and you want to do well very quickly, then make sure you practice the problems. If you ever see NEFQ, that means not eligible for quiz. That's a problem that I'm giving you and you have the solution, but it won't be one of the problems I pick for the quiz. Yes?
For the master sets, do you want us to print it out or do it on the computer?
The master sets, I want to see your work. So my ideal is that you do it on separate paper and come in and submit it.
Okay.
If you are submitting it online, please be aware that there are submission guidelines that are in the syllabus laid out about naming conventions and formats, things like that. So, and as far as printing it out, some people print it out, some people don't. It's helpful if at least one of you prints it out and hands it in on paper, but if no one does, then I can deal with it. Did I answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Other questions? Then Chapter 3.